Hey everyone, Rico Reviews here. I usually make recap videos or reviews on different things, but today's video is a little bit different. While I was on vacation, I had, while I was on vacation, was, I found out some unfortunate news that the show Damien that I have been recapping has been canceled, and I honestly could not believe that a show like Damien was canceled. It's just completely mind-blowing to me. And coming off from watching my show Once Upon a Time and how that has completely disappointed me, I have looked to Damien because, and you know what, I am the type of person who has never watched horror and has never watched thriller because, they're too scary. But when I heard that Barbara Hershey would be starring in Damien, I decided to, give this show a chance. And the show was just so amazing. And again, that's coming from somebody who does not watch anything horror or thriller. And the show is definitely more than what it's about, if that makes any sense. It's about this 30-year-old man, Damien, who discovers that he is the Antichrist. And it's really more than him just discovering he's the Antichrist. It's really about him discovering who he is as a person and if he's going to be the Antichrist and embrace his destiny, or is he going to rise above that and be his own person. And it really shows the trust he has in people and how loyal his friends are and who are truly his allies and who are just, I wouldn't say using him, but who, I guess, who are his enemies, really. And I think, I think the show has brilliant writing. Every Monday when I watch the show, it always keeps me in suspense. The show's definitely not predictable. I can never tell what's coming or what's going to happen. It always keeps me in suspense and always wanting more. And then, of course, you have Barbara Hershey. And I mean, how can you cancel a show with Barbara in it? She's just phenomenal. And her character is probably, well, she's a fan favorite of mine, but I know she's a fan favorite among other people in social media. And the thing about Barbara's character is that she's kind of, she's been in Damien's life, but she hasn't been. She's been in the shadows for the past 30 years trying to pave the way for Damien to prepare him for this role. And she has this relationship with Damien that's kind of like a mentor. Like, she has, I wouldn't say she's a teacher, but she kind of has this mothering relationship with Damien. I mean, Damien doesn't have his biological mom, but, and basically, raised Damien for 30 years, even though she was in the shadows. And he's pushed her away because he doesn't know exactly who he can trust. And the last episode, she proved her loyalty to Damien. And I wanted to have a second season so they can build on that relationship and see where Damien and Anne go from there. If Damien still sees Anne as an enemy, or will he embrace the fact that he has a new ally? And there's many characters on the show. You have his friend Amani, who's always been loyal to him. And we saw the cliffhanger from the last episode that I'm sure many are disappointed about. Not the cliffhanger itself, but the fact that it's left like that Amani was shot by lions, and also the nun was shot. And you see coming up from the ground a hand, and we don't know who it is, if it's Amani or the nun. And then you have Simone, who's she's been a bit nosy at times when it comes to Damien, and some of it I think is driven by grief because her sister Kelly died, and her and Damien kind of had a thing. But now it looks like that Damien is trying to protect Simone, whether he truly likes her or it's because that's a link to Kelly. I'm not sure. And then you have the fact that this show also introduced a gay character, and they introduced it in a great way, like it was, no big deal. And that character is Officer Shea, and he has this kind of obsession to take Damien down, but we saw in the last episode that when everyone bowed to Damien when he was rising to power, he bowed down as well. So I'm sure many are wondering, what that is about. So I definitely think that a lot of the shows that are on TV right now are very predictable, and they're just not great. They just keep shows on that are really suckish, but they cancel shows that are highly original and have a huge fan base. And that's another thing too. The fact that the Damien fan base is truly amazing. I've been impressed with that myself. For me, being a fan of Once Upon a Time, I've learned that the fan base can be very clique-like, and there's a ton of drama there, but from what I've seen on social media of the Damien fans, everybody's all happy-go-lucky. I mean, they all love discussing the show. There's some great artists out there who do a lot of fan work for Damien, and not just Damien, all the characters of Damien, and there's live watches. Everybody has, they respect each other, and they have a great time talking about the show. They all come together and have, this one thing in common, their interest in the show. So I don't understand why a show like Damien would be canceled. The writing is fantastic. The casting and the casting and the actors in the show are brilliant, and they've worked so hard to put this show together, and I think it would honestly be a mistake to cancel this show. I'm hoping that some other network can pick it up, whether it's ABC, CBS. Lifetime was originally supposed to pick this show up, but they declined it. Maybe even Netflix can have Damien on there, and if everyone could binge watch Damien, that would be awesome. So I'm hoping that apparently the hashtag going around social media is hashtag Save Damien. So if you guys are a fan of Damien like I am, and you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even Snapchat, use the hashtag Save Damien. Let the network know that we are fans of this show, that we love the writers and we love the actors of the show, and we don't want this show to go away. That we need this show. We need the show. We love it. We want to know more. We want to know what's going to happen next to Damien. So I'm hoping some other network can pick this up. Hopefully you guys can share this video. And again, if you're on social media, use the hashtag Save Damien. I hope you guys enjoyed this Save Damien video. And until next time, stay regal, and remember, it's all for you.